Hello everyone. Today we are going to solve the program more than n by k occurrences. So it is a difficulty easy question. So given array ARR and an element k, our task is to find the count of elements in the array that appear more than n by k times, where n is the length of array. So we will first discuss how to solve this program manually using a test case. The first sample input, let us take the second one. So in the second input, you can also see there are three sample inputs, the first one, second one and third one. So let us take the second one. So given the array is in the second input, which is 2, 3, 3, 2, is it? And the k value is 3. So next, the expected or time complexity should be big O of n, and auxiliary space is also big O of n. So let us discuss how to solve this program. So we see the second input is 2, 3, 3, 2 and k is equals to 3. So they said to count the number of elements in the given array which occur more than n by k occurrences. So for this example, the n value will be 4, which is the length of array. So after that, now we need to find the number of occurrences of each element. So there is a way to find that, which is a frequency map or normal hash map. So the first step we are going to do is take a map to store frequencies. So in this example, the frequencies will be stored as, let us discuss the way. So our way is, whenever we find an element in the given array, if it is present in the map which we take, then we will be incrementing that count value for the respective value. So if it is not present in the map, so we will put a new element which is the current element, and the count will be 1. So like that. So for I is equals to 0, so when we see for I is equals to 0, the map is empty, as we know it is at the beginning. So now we will be adding a value which is 2 and its count is 1. So like that. For I is equals to 1, the map is this. So 3. Again 3 is a new element. So all 2 is present, comma 3 is also occurring one time. So like that. So again I is equals to 2. You see 3 is already present. So let's just increase its count value. So like that. So at last I is equals to 3. We see 2 is already present. So 2 occurs 2 times and 3 is also occurring 2 times. So this is the final map storing the frequencies. So over. So next, now we will take two variables, which is count starting from 0, and also another variable is the threshold value, which is t. What is the t value? It is n by k, which they said. So n is 4. So n is 4, and we can see the k value is 3. So 4 by 3 is rounded to the 1. So any element which occurs more than one time will be counted as a valid number. So now we will go through our map. So the first key value is 2. So we check its corresponding value, which is a 2. Is it greater than 1? So yes. So count will be now 1. So again, after 2 we have 3. So 3's corresponding value is 2. Again it is greater than 1. So count is equals to 2. So the number of elements in the map are completed. So at last the count of valid numbers is equals to 2. So like that. So first we will use a map to store the frequencies. We will compute the values in the map like this. So take two variables. So after taking, we will be computing or iterating the map and compute the count value and then display the count. So simply complete it. So very easy. So let's convert this actual logic into the code. So we said first we will taking a hash map. So basically a map in Java is mostly used as a hash map. Integer comma integer means integer first one is the value from the array and second one is the count of that value in the array. So map is equals to new hash map. This is how we declare the collections. So we also just initialize here only. So count should be starting 0 and threshold t is n by k. So n is not given. So what is n? It is a array dot length by k. So the two steps are over. So now we will compute the values. So we use a for each loop int n from array. So there is a inbuilt methods from the map which is map.put, map.get or. So first is a element and then map.get or default n comma 0 plus 1. So if there is already present the n value from the map, then it will get that value and increment by plus 1. So if there is no value present in it, so the default value is 0 and it is incremented by 1. So the count will be 1 for that particular element. So it works like that. So the frequency map is also computed. Now we will iterate the map. So for int n again in the map dot key set. So we will get the set of key values from the map which we initialized. So if map dot get of n is greater than threshold, then simply count will be incremented. So at last return the count value. So the sample test case is a small error. So it was key set where the S was capital. The sample test case is passed. Now we will be getting the hidden test cases result. So we can see the program passed all the test cases hidden. So now we will compute the time and space. So hash map, which is a dynamic space. So big O of n. These two variables take big O of 1. This loop depends on the size of array. So big O of n. This loop also depends on the size of hash map. Again n. So finally, the overall time is the maximum possible time value, which is n only. So space is also n only. So we can say here the space hash map takes n. So overall also it becomes n. So now we will be match. So we can say they are matching. So this is the best possible solution for this particular program. Kindly go and practice this program. The program link is given in the description. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more videos.